guys, it's Brittany here, and I'm back with another video. So today I'm finally doing my meeting JACOB Sartourius experience video, and this is the fourth time I have met him. So I'm sorry that I'm finally doing it and it took so long. Also, if you've ever watched any of my other experience videos, you know that whenever I explain that how I met him, I wear my Sartorian shirt or like JACOB Sartourius merch. This time I'm wearing my Sartorian one. So let's get on with the video. Okay, so Jacob announced that he was going to Baltimore, Maryland on August 26th. Now, I start school 2 days later on August 28th. August 26th was on a Sunday, and I started school 2 days later, so I was like, I don't know if I can go. And so my mom couldn't take me, and I told my sister, and she was like, she liked the concert last time. So she was like, okay, I'll change my schedule around and I'll take you. I said, oh my god, yes, thank you so much. You're the best sister ever. Shout out to Tiffany. Yep. So let's fast forward to the day that I met him. So we get in the car pretty early and start driving to Baltimore. Now, it was like an hour or so away, so we were jamming out to music and stuff, and we finally get there, and we realized that we're like, oh my god, we forgot. This truck is huge. Like, it's a Suburban, so it doesn't fit in any parking garages, so we had to find an actual parking spot, and it's Baltimore, so that's not really an easy thing. So after driving around for a while, we finally find a place to park. And it's cash only. We can only pay with cash. And we were like, oh my god, we don't have cash. And so then my sister, apparently she found some cash on her. And it was she gave it to the people. And then we started walking because we had to park 2 or 3 blocks away from the concert. Which is okay. Exercise is fine. So we walked to the concert and we're getting in line. And we're like, well, we need to go to the bathroom. Okay, I just want to pop in real quick and say I'm sorry for background noise. My guinea pig keeps drinking water, which is fine, but it's really loud. And my neighbors decided they wanted to blow their leaves in their lawn at 6 o'clock at night. So, yeah. And my cat might be crying. Anyway. So we walk 3 blocks and we get to the concert and we're like, we need to pee. After we got in line, we noticed that. I don't know. So then we're like, okay, we don't know this neighborhood well. I'm not going to just send one person off to go to the bathroom and come back. Even though the bathroom was right there. We're just going into this wing shop. We're like, we don't know this neighborhood. We don't know who's at this place. We'll just go together. So we get online, we go to the bathroom, and we come back. Then we go to the line again and we're like, we forgot the tickets in the car. Of course we did. So then and it's 5:58 and the doors open at 6. So we bolt to the car, we're running so fast. And then we get the tickets and we run back and it's 6:03 or whatever and they hadn't opened the doors. And we're like, oh my god, wow, we could have just walked. And so then we're sitting there for a while, and we were like, this doors were supposed to open at 6, and it's 6:30, almost 7. When are they gonna open the doors? We had asked a security guard, and apparently they didn't realize how many VIP members were going to the concert, so they only let in a little bit of them, and they thought we were general admission. We were like, no, we're all VIP. So we're still waiting, right? And so where I was waiting, we were right here near the curb is here and we're waiting, and then right here, I don't know why they parked it right there, but the tour bus was right there in front of the line. And so I was like, I look at my sister and I'm like, I want to touch the tour bus. I want to be able to say, I touched JACOB Sartourius tour bus. So I walk up to it and I'm poking it. I literally poke it. And a security person walks by and they're like, are you trying to steal their luggage? I'm like, no, I just wanted to touch it. And so I walk back to the line and my sister was like, do you want to get a picture in front of me? I was like, no, I don't want to start up any more drama. And so then we get in line like, she was already in line, so I get back in line. And then, like, they finally opened the doors. But they were letting in people by section, so it would be like 5 or 6 people go in, and then you stop. Of course, they stopped us right at the door. So, like, while we were in line, I met these 2 girls, and we were kind of, like, hanging out, like, we were, like, becoming friends. It's because they were, like, right behind us. So, we're in line, and we're right at the door, and they were behind me, but I was, like, kind of more in, and it was super hot out. Like, we were dying of heat, but I was pretty much inside, like, right at the door, so I could feel the air conditioning. I was like, oh my god, it feels so good, like, squeeze in here. And as I'm, like, looking, I look over, and I see Choey. Like, Choey is, like, right there. I'm like, oh my god, like, Choey's right there. And we all start freaking out. And Chad looks at me, and he waves. And I'm like, oh my god, and I wave back. And I'm like, oh my god, that's the second time he's waved at me. Because when I met Jacob the first time in DC, Chad waved at me from the balcony. So, yeah. So, then we found out that my sister couldn't, like, go with us when we meet him. Even though she wasn't going to meet him, she was just going to hold my phone. But she had to just go to the stage. So, she went that way, and then I was with the 2 girls. Then there was literally 4 steps, and then Choey. So it was my turn to go, and they were like, okay, come on. And I literally take 1 step, like I go up 1 step, and Chad comes down, and he, like, embraces me in a hug. And we're hugging for, like, a minute. I'm like, oh my god, like, what's going on? So I'm hugging him, and then he finally pulls away, and he's like, he walks back to Choey. I'm like, okay. So then I go and put my stuff down. Like, I had a bag of Jacob's presents, and then I had my backpack. So I put that down on the floor, and then I go to meet Choey. And so I go stand next to Joey, and I had just gotten the new iPhone 8, so, like, it had, like, no photos on it. So I give my phone to the girl, and she starts to take a photo, and she's like, I think your phone ran out of storage. And I'm like, I look at her, I'm like, that's not even possible. Like, I just got this phone. So I look at the girl, I'm like, can I use your phone? And then as soon as I say that, like, my phone turns on. Like, it had completely turned off. And so I gave it back to her. And then I was standing next to Joey, not in the middle. And Charles looks at me, he's like, oh, your phone probably got nervous. And I just started laughing. And then Joey was like, oh, come stand in the middle. So I stand in the middle. We take the photos. I hug everyone again. And then I leave. Then right next to Joey was Blake. So I set my stuff down, and I was wearing, like, a Corvette shirt, a white shorts, and then checkered slide. Like, you know, like the slip-on, you know what I'm talking about. It will be in the photos. I walk up to Blake, and as soon as he sees me, he's like, I love your shoes. And I'm like, oh, I love yours too. Because we were wearing the same shoes. And he was like, did you see mine? I'm like, yeah, we're wearing the same shoes. We're twinning. And so, like, if you look at the photos, you can tell that we're talking while smiling. So then, I'm like, okay, bye. I take my stuff. And then I walk around the corner to see Hunter. Sorry about that. Okay, so hopefully you can still hear me over the frickin' leaf blowers. It's literally like almost 6:30, and they're blowing the leaves. I don't know. So, I walk over to Hunter, and when I'm about to go up to him, I still had my backpack on. For some reason, that I didn't put my backpack down for any of the photos. Like, I put my present bag, but when I was meeting them, I didn't put my backpack. I don't know. You can see in the photo, like, I have a live photo of me, like, walking up to Hunter, so I'll show you that. And I, like, kind of, like, ran up to him, and I hugged him, and, like, that was the best hug ever. Like, it was such a good hug. I don't know. So we hug, and he's like, hi, like, what's your name? And I say, I'm Brittany. He's like, how are you doing? And then, like, we take the photo. I lean my head on, like, his shoulder, because he's, like, a lot taller than me. And was like, okay, bye. And then right next to it was Lexi. So then I walk up to Lexi and I'm like, oh my god, you're gorgeous. Like, you're so pretty. She's like, thank you so much. And I'm like, you're welcome. So then I'm sitting on the right side and she says to get on the left because it had better lighting. And I was like, okay, cool. And so we take the photo and she was like, okay, bye, have a good day. And I'm like, bye. And so then it was Jacob. And I could see his shadow, and again, I freak out. So I go and I put my stuff down. And so there was this like table and it had a couple gifts on it. So I was like, oh, in my head I'm like, instead of like giving my gift directly to him, why don't I just put it on the table like a dumb person? Like, I should have just gave it directly to him. So dumb. But I put it on the table, and then there was 2 girls in front of me. So the first girl went up, and he was sitting in, like, there was these 2 chairs, and they were like those like director chairs, like, you know. And she walked up to him, and they hugged while he was sitting in the chair. And then like they met each other, and I got a picture of like them meeting. And so then the next girl went and they hugged while he was still sitting in the chair. I don't know why, but they were hugging while he was sitting down. Then it was my turn. I walked up to him, and as I was walking up, he got out of the chair and gave me a hug. And I was like, I feel special. Like, he got out of the chair. He's putting effort into this hug. Mind you, if you ever watched my other experience videos, this was my first time ever hugging him. Like, I met him 3 times before this, and I had never hugged him, ever. Like, it just never happened. And so I was like, oh my god. And like, this hug was amazing. And so I look at him and I'm like, can we do a standing up photo? I didn't want to like sit down. So he says, sure, like, why not? And so as we're about to take the photo, he looks at like Matt and he's like, this is the new Migos song, right? And he was like, yeah. And I was like, oh yeah, that's so cool. Do you like it? And I was like, yeah, it's cool. But it's funny because literally the first time I met him, he also was talking about a song to me, like asking me if I liked a song. And I was just like, that's cool. So we take the photo, and I said, can we like, I grab his arm, and I'm like, can we hold hands? So we hold hands, and I said, can we put our heads together? And at first I was going to put our foreheads together, but he like just put, like, he leaned his head over, and I was like, okay, that's cute, let's just go with it. So I'm holding his hand, and we're leaning, and he does this thing where like he like closes his eyes while taking the photo, and I think it makes it look like more real. So I was like, okay, this is cute. Here's the photo. And I posted all the photos. And so, then I was like, can we take a selfie? So he's like, sure. So Matt gives me my phone, and we take a selfie. And then I'm like, okay, bye. And I hug him again. I make sure that I hug him because like, I wanted to make up for it, like not hugging him before. So I hugged him twice. So yeah. Then I had to go and find my sister. Sorry for the random jump. Just realized my battery's gonna die. But hopefully I'll just get through this quickly. Okay, so I go and I find my sister, and she's at the little bar eating nachos. And so I'm like, I need some water because it's hot in there. Drink some water, and then I go into the crowd, and she's like, I'll meet you there. So I always manage to get into the front, probably because like I'm just small, so I like wiggle my way up. And so I get there, and I meet up with the 2 girls, and we're like, everyone performs, and then Jacob comes on, and that's where the crowd starts getting crazy. But he put on an amazing concert. It was so nice. Here are some videos.
I need you to scream. How about tomorrow? We feeling tonight? We feeling good. Because I need all your energy tonight. This next song is called Selfish. I hope you guys scream this song.
Baby,
like does his songs and stuff, and we're upset because he didn't play All My Friends. If you're a Sartorian, you would know why. But he still like put on an amazing concert, but it was getting really hot because like he played his new songs, and so like we were all getting really hyped. And so the girl that I was with like started to pass out, and my sister noticed, and she was like, okay, let's go to the bathroom. My sister took her to the bathroom and like got her some water and stuff, and then they came back. We continued like dancing to the concert, and then she was like, okay, like it was near like the end of the concert, but she was like, I need to like get out of here. So they go back to the bathroom, and the concert ends, and I'm just standing there, like everyone's leaving, and I'm just standing there like waiting for my sister. And my sister was like, goes to like the other girl and was like, you're like, she's still in the bathroom. So yeah, so we go outside, and we're like, we don't want to leave until like we know that that girl's okay and that like she's like safe. So we're just standing outside near the tour bus, and like her friend is standing like near the door. Yeah, her friend finally comes out, and we're like, okay, they're there, we can leave now. Like they're safe. We walk, and it wasn't 3 blocks this time, because we were starving. We hadn't eaten anything. Also, I was wearing brand new shoes. This was the first time I had ever worn my checkered Vans, so they hadn't been broken in. And if you've ever been to a concert when you're standing for hours, you're jumping and stuff. Your feet kill you. Like, my knees and my feet were killing me. So we didn't have to walk 3 blocks. We had to walk like 5 blocks because we were gonna go to a burger place. What's it called? Don't know. I'll post the name here. So yeah, we walk all the way to the burger place, and we order it, and then we get the burgers and like food and stuff, and then we walk back to our car, and we get situated, start eating, and then we drive home. It was an amazing concert, but some painful experiences. But yeah, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye!